there was the golden era of MLG. There was the platinum era of the gods. There was the dark ages when Brawl Smash 4 came out. There was the diamond era when everything came back to life. There's a Slippy era, and now there's, what should we call this? Holy crap.
I'll see if he wants to.
I could watch this for hours.
I'll see if he wants to. I'll see if he wants to.
The YouTube channel. Oh, we got some new IBDW.
See if he wants
Cody.
to. Want to call?
Cody.
You trying to talk?
So, Cody, got Discord?
Yeah. All right.
Am I trying to talk? Hell yeah, I'm trying to talk.
Hello there.
Cody.
How you doing?
How hard was this to keep under wraps?
Luckily, I didn't know for very long. Thank God I didn't know for very long.
If I was under contract, obviously I wouldn't have said anything, but if I wasn't under contract, the beans would have been spilled so hard. I like when we were told, I had to be like, can I make a stream title saying like huge announcement later and just not say anything? And they're like, yeah, just yes. And I'm like, okay, cool. And so the entire like time I'm streaming today, I just see chat being like, it's the Panda controller. Mewtwo King is going to Panda. And I'm like, you guys are so wrong. It's not even funny. Well, thank you for announcing Panda's next Smash player. Anyways, I will say
true.
Yeah, I will say though, man. You, of course, more than all people and myself, you realize how insanely big of a deal this is.
I've been yelling at people in my chat for an hour, being like, I don't fuck Nintendo. I'm like, guys, do you not understand? Like, I'm sure you remember when I sub-gold food 2 years ago. This makes it so that someone in my position from 2 years ago doesn't have to do that.
Yeah.
They can live.
Yeah. It's the case. And we thought, I was ready to accept things as it was. Like,
yeah, we all were.
Like, it's like, all right, this is a thing that we've been dreaming of, but, it's not going to be exactly the way things are forever, and that's okay. But because of it now, it's like, I think they're just, either they're understanding that they need to continue the relevance, almost of the scene, and they also need to, like, continue with like all the other, what's it called? With all the other new things coming out, Warner Bros is fighting them, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, that being said, like, Rudy, thank you. There's no more DLC. They're not like reselling any of the games. But they actually are acknowledging competitive melee. So I think, is this the approach they're gonna take? You think? Just like, is esports like the next thing they're gonna put like their main focus into?
So I made a video on this a month ago before I knew any of this, where I basically said Japanese corporate culture is extremely different from American corporate culture, and nobody in Smash seems to understand that. And the best way to talk to Nintendo to get something like this to happen is to have tremendously overqualified people. I actually lured to Panda because obviously, David and Alan are grossly overqualified for their jobs. And I lured people like them who like understand corporate culture really well and understand how it works in Japan, that maybe they should try talking to people instead of having a community of people just being like, yeah, fuck you guys over and over again, because that's probably going to work a lot better when you can actually have people who know how to talk to them than just backlash over and over again. And turns out I was a lot more right than I realized. But
I think the fact that Panda's part of it too, like, I know you can't say too much, or people can't say much. I don't think this is gonna be like a thing with like items and whatnot. I don't think it's gonna be.
It's not.
I think it's just gonna be a real life, just tournament sanctioned by Nintendo with the community. Like, they're collaborating for once. They're not doing their own thing. They're collaborating. So that's what makes me really hopeful about this.
That's what I kept trying to talk to people. Were like, oh, but Nintendo like always messes stuff up. I'm like, guys, Panda, like Alan and David are both competitive gamers. They're not going to let Nintendo run an items event. Like, clearly Nintendo's going through, this is a partnership. It's not like Panda's doing it like on the behalf of Nintendo. It's a partnership. And so Nintendo has to they have to agree on what they're going to be doing. And Panda's literally going to tell them, no, they're not going to play with items. They're not going to play with all these ridiculous rules. They're just not going to do it. And so you're gonna have to meet some middle ground. So like, maybe you have to go back to Unfrozen Stadium. I don't know. Like, maybe you have to. Maybe we have to find another way to fix UCF that isn't through like software mods. But I'm down for that if that just means we get to do the tournament and there's another fix.
And that's huge. And who knows like what prize pools they're gonna put into this. And it's just so nice because like in 2022, I think like we officially have big events, the big in-person events coming back. So that's like a really good thing. And now, like, I don't know, man. If they start putting in like Like, oh, here's a tournament, here's a regional with a 10K prize pool, or here's a Genesis
huge.
with a 50K or 100K or something like that. Like, that's insane. Right now, the only tournament that we've had doing that was Smash Summit.
Yep.
It's like Summit was the only like really, really viable tournament for that. But now if we have a bunch of events that are like that, like holy crap,
We can live.
I know it's just insane. Like you don't have to. It's not just going to be like, well, I have to stream and do content.
Yep.
To actually get a foot forward. Like
Yeah.
this might actually be for the viewership that it has. It deserves this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Remember when Mango won Big House 9, I think, and with 100K viewers, and he made $3,000.
I got less than 3K for Riptide. The first
Of
tournament
course.
back.
And that's what I mean. Like the right people are involved in this, and it's just so. Nintendo of America, 11,000 likes on their post.
Yep.
Confirmed. Ready Your A Game. We're partnered with Panda Global. There was a business release. Can someone link me that business release? Because that was also like, if people like my case saying I want to come out of retirement, dude. You think this
Brings Armada out? Is that what you're gonna ask?
Oh, I'm gonna ask if you know like how Melee Stats is doing that like top 100 players of all time sort of thing.
I will
that
say that the Armada has repeatedly said the one thing that would get him out of Melee retirement. Do not flood his please, 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 please. I'm just saying it's not for you, but for Twitch chat. Don't go flooding his chat. For the love
please
of God, don't. But if there's
Instagram
anything
channel.
that gets people out of retirement, including him, it's a lot of money. And if there's an insane prize pool, that can get a lot of people out of retirement. Maybe not Armada, but you might see other people that you've really enjoyed watching play. Someone like Mewtwo King has repeatedly said it's not viable for him to compete in Melee because it's not financially viable. Well, what if it is now?
Yeah. And one of the things from the press release, and this is like actually has more information here that people haven't realized. It has Bill Turnan's quote where he said, "This partnership with Panda Global is the next step in Nintendo's efforts to create a more consistent, fun, and welcoming competitive environment for our players and fans." And to me, that sounds like, hey, we acknowledge that we haven't been, we've been maybe a little tone deaf in the past in terms of the esports culture, but now we want to embrace that and do things the right way. That's what it sounds like to me. And if
exactly.
it's Bill, and it's Bill saying that's already really, really promising. They're going to release all the rules in the future. Another thing too was that players from across the US will compete online in qualifying rounds for Ultimate, and then in-person qualifiers for both Ultimate and Melee will also take place once large-scale returns, with the winners of the virtual and in-person qualifying rounds moving on to compete in the grand finals for the championship. So this sounds just like what Smash World Tour was doing.
Exactly.
The thing is, and right there, that confirms this confirms right there, Slippy won't be in it, which legally it makes sense. They can't do Slippy. They can't have.
And Japanese legislation literally bars emulation.
Yeah. I mean, and that's okay. Like that's accepted. Slippy is still something we should embrace to play and warm
It's still
up
practice.
and prepare.
It's how we practice.
And practice. Exactly. So, and it literally saved the scene.
Yeah.
But right here, that's gonna definitely be like, hey, there's gonna be in-person qualifiers. You go back to this, and it's just great, man. Like we're gonna have like a major calendar along with everything else, along with Genesis, along with like DreamHacks maybe coming back. Everything in between. So to me, that is really, really awesome.
And the thing I want other people to realize is people are like, oh, what about the grassroots events? Well, those TOs can now work for an organization or a corporation that has benefits, will pay them properly. They'll actually get a living. They don't have to TO at a loss, run events at a loss because they have a lot more resources now to do that stuff. And so if anything, my guess is it would significantly assist those people in their lives and ability to TO as opposed to just be a detriment and make it so that they can't do it anymore. I think it will only help them.
And honestly, dude, you know what this means too?
Means you're gonna actually start trying again?
Yes.
Good. You want to play soon then?
Yeah. Maybe. I am doing some content today. But I'm gonna be going to a lot more events because that's when I play the best. It says here, Panda Global's circuit will be open to eligible players to think that what it takes to show their medals. When it says eligible, do you think that means like people who qualify in other events or people who like are in North America? I assume.
I assume it means North America.
Yeah, because I know it said USA, and then I think you can also do Canada and Mexico.
Yeah, it's North America. Well, so they say North America, but it doesn't include any of like Central America or like not. Well, I guess there are people in Like Kata's from Puerto Rico, I think.
Yeah.
And then there are some Dominican players. So I guess there are some players in those countries that are affected. But I don't know of anything where those people are allowed.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Mexico's all Central America. Okay, you know what I'm saying. You get the point.
Yeah. I'm wondering if those international players would have to fly overseas and come and do that.
I'm not sure, yeah. Like, I hope Leffen can compete in it. I want to see him be able to compete.
Yeah, I want the whole world to be able to compete, you know?
I want Amsa here. Everyone should be able to. No, I hope
there's a player in China that's been secretly grinding Melee for 6 years.
How sick would that be?
Can you imagine? Who would he play? Would he be a Fox player?
No, if you're a solo grinder, you're gonna play like Marth. You're gonna play like Marth or something probably.
Cody, give me your top 5 characters in order. Go.
Fox, Falco, Marth, Puff Sheik.
You think Falco's better than Marth?
Yeah, I think Falco's broken.
Hold on.
I think Marth probably loses to both Spaceys. We're just not good enough yet. Marth's number 1. No, I think Marth is like. I think Marth has a straightforward way to improve. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Marth has a straightforward linear way to improve, but I don't think he has more tools than the Spaceys. I think the Spaceys have way more tools. They're just a little like different in how you have to improve.
I want to go through like these comments because I want to see like I want to see like what I don't know.
The comments are for the most part really positive.
No, they're very positive. I'm just saying like who's coming out of retirement. I saw Mike Hayes, with some other people.
Kalindi's coming. Kalindi already was coming out. Now I'm sure he's full out. We'll see. I'm just really excited for it. Who else is retired recently? Like I'm sure Mutaking's competing again. That man loves money more than anything else. I love
Mutaking has to come back.
Yeah, he has to.
Bro, could you imagine like, imagine like just like a Twitter post from like Alliance or whatever showing like a silhouette of someone walking back up to a.
It's like Armada. That'd be sick.
CRT and Melee.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. Dude, I hope. Like, I'm not gonna get my hopes up, obviously, but that's actually one of the dopest ideas I've ever heard. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude,
that actually might be one of the dopest ideas I've ever heard.
Like I wish I could direct that announcement for him. It would just be so. I mean, he's Europe, so I'm not even sure if it counts for NA. But people would lose their mind, dude.
That'd be
have all 5 gods back at a tournament with all the gods.
I'm sure Pete's gonna kick PP to start competing again.
Yeah. Why? Everyone should.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I don't see why you wouldn't want to compete in this. It's like this is the first time we've had anything like this. I'm just happy. I picked the perfect time to get good.
Yeah, man.
I picked the perfect. I got lucky as hell. I got super lucky.
If you are like a competitor in Melee, if you win this Panda circuit, that's like Flexington Avenue. If you winning Smash World Tour or the Panda circuit or like a Summit or like these are all going to be super majors.
Yep.
And the viewership is going to hit 6 figures.
Yep.
So
we'll see how far into the 6 figures it goes because it might go pretty damn far.
This game never really dies, does it?
Nope. So it's funny because someone asked me the other day. I just repeatedly have to answer the question. It's like, will Melee die? It's like, no, it won't. This game is way too fervent of a fan base. This is the sickest game ever. I fully am by that. I don't care if people think I'm biased.
Yeah, it's the greatest game of all time. And so the big news, of course, is that Melee is alive now and well, very very well. I mean,
yes,
it already has. They posted this an hour ago and it has 12,000 likes. Probably going to keep on going and everyone's going to see it.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing is the fact that they have said, thank you, Lumios. They have said that they are literally going to have cash prizes for it, and
it's not usual for Nintendo. That's the first time they've done it.
It said a short series of events, but even if it's 1 year, I mean that's fine. You know, I don't care if it's just like a few months, like a summer of Smash where we do all that. Like that is a really really big deal.
Even if it was only like a one-time thing for 1 year, the publicity and the growth that you would see from it as like a content creator, as a player, as a streamer, would far outweigh long-term, even the however much money you would get in the short term. It is just huge. Like, you have to realize for a lot of people, when you're like, oh, I still don't like Nintendo, blah, 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 go to Nintendo. Do me a quick favor. Go to Nintendo of America. Go to their Twitter account. 11.6 million followers. How many
Yeah.
of those 11.6 million followers do you think ever even considered following a Melee tournament before, or an Ultimate tournament for that matter, before they tweet this out? That's a lot of people. How many eyes do you think are going to be on us now?
It's a bunch of people, dude. Everything that's there is like right there, and I don't know. It's just the biggest stage we've ever had since Evo. Maybe ever. I guess it's the biggest stage
I think
ever.
ever.
Now.
I don't think there's been a bigger stage.
You know, it's just like we dreamed about having like a Capcom Cup or like some kind of like the international.
Yep.
Like Dota does, and this might be it. Could you imagine $1 million Melee tournament, dude?
That's no, I can't.
Could you just like wrap your head around that?
No, I can't. As someone who had to sub-goal food to play this game a year and a half ago, no, I can't.
Yep.
And it might be there.
From the ground up, man. And not to mention, like, obviously, Ultimate's having an amazing heyday now and having tons of those events. And, I mean, damn, dude. People are going to be... There's going to be online qualifiers, too. So I guess the online scene is still going to be rich and active. Someone said, if you're doing an official circuit, that means we might get more balance patches for ult. Oh,
maybe
that's a good point. You can't patch though. You can't patch. They're gonna use what 1.02 melee. What if they use PAL?
No. No. Panda will not let that happen. No.
We're using PAL.
No.
Yep.
No. Bill, I need to get Bill on the phone.
Winning.
I need to get Bill on the phone. Then I will camp you out. I will camp you out if it's PAL.
Because you don't already do that on FD.
You go to the ledge. I dash into center stage.
I can't do anything.
You can say whatever you want, but that's not me camping you. I'm just dash dancing in the center stage, and you're just like, I don't want to go near you.
I don't. You're just very good at the matchup. But I was like, I don't know. I was playing with SFOP a lot, and I was like ready to like. I really want to play your main stage, but we're gonna have some good sets coming up, especially now. Just like, I really want to compete a lot more now that I used to. Just cool. It's like there's a reason now.
Everyone wants to compete. I'm excited.
Everyone.
I'm just really excited. I gotta go and seriously grind. If I thought I grinded before, no. I'm taking every possible route to do as well as I can for this coming up. Like, you have not seen me grind yet.
You've been doing work.
Not like I'm about to. I've always given this where it's like, if you have the opportunity to live a dream out, why would you ever not put 110% into it?
Well, yeah, it's the dream of wanting to be the best player in the world or the best at something. And you know, you say that you consider yourself lucky because you're getting good this time, and that's really, really true. And I guess my previous prime was at a different time, but it also reminds me that if I, just immerse myself into the game as I used to in the past, like, I play my absolute best when I'm on the stage. I don't know why. Like, I was playing against friendlies against all these Marth players to prepare for Kadoran, and I was kind of like losing some games here and there to people I didn't expect to. But then when I play against Kadoran on the stage, it was like literally the best Marth puff set I've ever had in my life.
You have mental tricks. I know you have mental tricks.
But the thing is, I can't unlock it unless the pressure is on.
Because it only works in sets. It doesn't work when the other person doesn't have pressure either. Your tricks won't work if the other person feels any pressure. That's part of what also went wrong for me at Summit, is I put so much pressure on myself that everything you did worked to a T. I play my best against you when I feel no pressure.
Oh, of course, everyone does. Yeah. And when I'm on the stage though, I don't. I feel the opposite. It's like
don't
I'm
feel pressure.
Calmer.
Yeah.
Right. I'm calmer on the stage. It's just really, really weird. So, in any case, this is very exciting news.
We should play more. Keep in mind, I am happy to give advice when I play too. I like it to go both ways, but if I see something when I play, I will point it out. Like, I'm not afraid to give people advice.
No, I feel that. And I'm sure I will in the near future. I just want to see what the first event announced for this is. It's probably, if I had to guess,
be determined. I had to guess.
Maybe it'll get kicked off with Genesis.
It could be Genesis. That's what I was thinking. Genesis does feel logical, but my guess is we'll learn more about that in the near future. I don't know for sure, but my guess is we'll learn more in the near future.
Well, all right, man. Look, I'm happy to be competing alongside you, and there was the golden era of MLG. There was the platinum era of the era of the gods. There was the dark ages when Brawl Smash 4 came out. There was the diamond era when everything came back to life. There's the Slippy era, and now there's, what should we call this? Is this the Nintendo era? What's this 2021, 2022?
It's crazy that between all that, I'm looking at a tweet in your chat real fast. Just look at it. Someone in my chat linked it. It's very funny.
The Emerald era? Let me see.
I don't know, but it's the best one we've had yet.
Oh my!
That's a fucking great tweet. That's actually a 10 out of 10 tweet.
Oh no, dude.
That's so fucking funny. Lost my shit at that.
Oh shit. You know, trust me. Hey, I was one of the most fervent. I mean, I still am one of the most fervent critics of Nintendo because as it was supported, and in the back of my mind, I do believe that criticism with mine and many others might have been what finally, like, you know,
I'm sure it's helpful. Yeah.
Me not doing anything or people not doing anything would be there. Pal.
I have this philosophy with people too, though, and it applies to corporations. I will never turn my back on someone who tries to make amends or try to do better.
Right.
I just won't do it. If someone, even as a person, who's someone who's like wronged me like really poorly, tries to do better, and same thing with a corporation, it applies the same way. I won't turn my back. Like, I'll always give it a second chance.
And the interesting thing now too is that, you know what's cool about it? Nintendo, like, they're not selling Melee, you know?
Nope. At least
they're not making money off of sales for Melee. Maybe they'll sell more Ultimate games of the circuit for sure.
Yeah.
But in terms of Melee, I think that's just maybe like an apology or like an attempt to do things right.
Yeah, it's like a fucking, we're trying to do better. Let's try to make amends. That's what it feels like to me.
Exactly.
That's what all the statements feel like to me too. It doesn't feel ingenuine. And again, Panda, they know what they're doing. David and Alan are two very, very, very capable and qualified individuals.
The most capable. And
Yeah.
I don't think, I mean, unless they run Melee on some kind of virtual console on the Switch, I mean, that would just be...
I don't think Panda would let them do that. Again, because it's a partnership, Panda also has to agree. I don't think that they would let them do that.
Cody, thanks for hopping on with me. I think
thank you for talking, man.
it's gonna be a good
be a wild
news for the
ride.
future. Yeah, man. Did not expect any of this. There's Warner Brothers, and you know what the funniest part is that there's actually more Nick All-Stars stuff that's gonna happen very soon. With all this, and I don't think the Warner Bros. Game is dropping until next year, so we're gonna be a very interesting next few months for sure.
There's going to be a lot of, if you are a Melee player, content creator, and you don't capitalize on this next year, you messed up more badly than I could ever possibly hope to express.
Yep. It is what it is. So, Cody, take care, man.
You
I'm sure
too.
I'll play soon in the future, and I'm trying to go to a lot more tournaments. So
I will see
it's
you
gonna
there.
be good.
I'll
All
see
right,
you
man.
at Summit and Smash World Tour.
All right, I'll see you, man.
See ya. Have a good one. Bye. Oh, dude. What a fucking world we live in right now, chat. What a fucking world we live in.